Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is another video on the same day as I did the Vril. So today is October 28th, 2025 at 8:49 a.m. And welcome back. I screwed up the last time too. Thank you for joining me in today's video. I appreciate you coming here to see what I have to say. So, if you recognize the lady on the screen, her name is Maria Orsic. Okay, this lady was spoken about a lot with the Vril Thule societies and stuff like that. She was one of the ladies that was channeling information from quote unquote other worlds. Okay, now before we continue, I'm gonna switch over here to share this tab and show you other women. So this is Maria Orsic. Okay, there's lots of pictures about her. Now, I don't think there's any real photograph. This is a drawing. I'm not exactly sure, but there's only this one. Okay, and there's also, like I showed you on the back of Robert Zephyr's book about Vril. This is what I was looking for. So if you can see right here, there is, and she was born October 31st, 1895, and I was born in 1985. That's so funny. So, Croatia, to a German ballerina from Vienna, the medium, Maria Orsic, was leader of the Vrilenian, the beautiful ladies of the German Vril Society, dedicated to the study and practice of metaphysics and the occult, which means hidden. Okay? It's not evil, it means hidden, like hidden in plain sight. The Vril maidens never cut their hair, claiming their long strands to help facilitate contact with beings from beyond, which I agree. And this is why my long hair is, like I call it, an antenna. So if you see these ladies here, this was part of it. But this also has to do with your life force energy. Okay? This is why the hair grows so long. This is also a symbolism of spiritual status. The longer and better your hair is, the stronger you are. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of women that are in spirituality, especially Hinduism, a lot of the ladies from India really admire the fact that I have long hair, and it speaks volumes, you see, for me. So I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody else. It's just that I never really understood why all of this, and like even why in Sailor Moon her hair grows really long, and why she had to eat so much like I do. And if I don't eat a lot, then I get really ill, and I can't keep up my energy, which I'm supposed to. There's a picture of her in the black and white with her long hair, and she's naked. Yeah. Remember, nudity is not a bad thing. It's natural. Okay? And she is very healthy and slender, but she's not very tall. Okay? Maria's quite small. And I'm not sure if that girl in the spirit realm that I saw that one time, that blonde one with the ponytail, was her or not. But I call that person Usa anyway, because she reminds me of Usagi. So it doesn't really matter, but again, she had long hair and a ponytail, just like Maria has it held like that. Okay, this girl that I saw. And I've never seen people like this before. And I saw that girl twice. Once she goes, it was the same one that went, "If you're so powerful, why don't you pick me up and bring me over there?" I talked about it before. It was a test. They were testing me. And then she turned around to the other people and goes, "Yeah, it's her. It's really her." Because they asked her to check if it's really me. They probably might have thought it might have been the Asura, which is unfortunate because they probably had to deal with that a whole bunch of times. Again, this is my lower aspect of self. This is what makes me dangerous. Do you understand? And it's because of my life and what connects me with this being that has it that we have in common. Okay? But the thing about it is, there's much worse than them. And they never encouraged me to lie. All right? So I already told you about the calling and everything like that. All right? So I'm not saying that these are any better, and I'm not encouraging anybody to know the Asura, because they are fucking dangerous. But I can handle it. And I needed these beings to show me how to be tough. I wasn't strong enough. I was I told you, like, I would kind of run away at first. I mean, I'd come back, but I wasn't always the same. Okay, you guys. So I really needed the training to deal with them so that I can deal with things that are much, much worse. All right. It's okay if you don't believe me. It's fine. But I'm trying to show the proof in the product. Even though I never claim to be perfect, I'm not Jesus Christ. Okay. It's not like I'm not without sin, as they say. But I don't know. All I can say is that I strongly oppose deception and lying, and I believe that it is everyone's right and gift to know the truth. Okay, so what I just told you about Nagas, look at this, Nagaland. Okay, Nagas are the solar beings. They are known collectively as solar beings. I'm going to put that picture in at the end, okay? But we're going to go back to what I originally showed you. This symbol here. Whoops, I almost pressed stop sharing. Good. And we're still going. Yes. Okay. Everything's working out today just fantastically. So I'm so grateful for that. I don't want to screw it up. All right. So what we're looking at again is the symbol of the four creations. We have the four directions. We have the four elements. Okay. There's something that Santos Benenchi talks about with his stuff too, the plane of consciousness. There's always this line right here in the middle, okay? So I'm going to explain to you this a little bit. All right, so this is the spine, the 33 vertebrae. Where this spot is, where the sun is, this is your solar plexus, your sea of chi. This is your fuel tank for the body that keeps us running, your energy source. That is where your spiritual energy comes from and your creative energy also. Okay? So a lot of the generative part of it has to do with your sexual creative energy. Okay? But you don't have to be doing this with anybody else. But your sexual creative energy has a lot to do with this, if not almost everything. Because that's, upon release, you release this type of energy, right? And this is why they say masturbation's a sin, because essentially you can be feeding parasites that feed off of this type of energy. Okay, demonic parasites in the unseen realm, all right? But, again, what we're looking at with this is the four directions. It's not a swastika. This represents earth, okay, earth down here, fire, air, and water, okay? I know we can, just like this, see? Planes of substance goes this way, okay? Then the plane of consciousness goes this way. Material, non-material, okay? Again, vital heat and radical moisture is fire and water, okay? Then over here, we have the moon with water, and we have the sun with fire. Okay? Pretty sure that's the sun. I was thinking, is that the sign for the earth? But I'm pretty sure that is the sun. Okay? If it is earth, then it's heaven and earth. So the celestial realm of the moon and the earth, just like Sailor Moon and Prince Endymion. She was the princess of the moon, and he was the prince of earth, the uniting of heaven and earth. Okay? But I'm pretty sure that's the sun. But if I am wrong, then I interpreted it both ways, okay? So in the east, I believe, yes, this is east. Yeah. We have illumination, like the enlightenment in the lands of the east, okay? Then we have natural law, like the lands of the west. What do we run mostly on? The law, right? Then we have the senses. So this is a physical thing. This is a non-physical. This is a physical thing. The senses. Discernment is not. It's a non-physical. Okay. Now, again, these signs have to do with astrological inner alchemy, not the outside, but the inside. Again, this is the 33 vertebrae of your spine, which your claustrum oil starts here and rises up. But it goes through your solar plexus where your seed is born. Okay, now I may not have this exactly 100% correct because I know that the seed goes down first and then goes up, I'm pretty sure. So what we're having here is we have the sun, which is your solar energy, which makes you a solar being of the solar plexus. This is the same area of your stomach, your sea of chi. And then we have the combination of masculine and feminine energies, okay, which would be red and blue, which makes purple, something new. And then we have the eye of source, the cosmos or cosmos, which is the non-physical. Cosmos, physical. Cosmos, like from my favorite video game, Xenosaga, non-physical. Do you understand? I already did a great breakdown about Xenosaga where I explained that wings, like seen on Cosmos in the beginning of the anime, represents higher dimensional beings, like it does with Sailor Moon and her eternal Sailor Moon wings. That's her higher dimensional. They even say with Queen Serenity on the moon that they are higher dimensional beings. They watch over the earth, okay? This is why I connected it with Sailor Moon. So, in order for you to be a solar being, like Maria Orsic was, and myself, I consider myself that now, but I believe that and feel with all of me that I'm going to be joining these people. It's not my intent. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be here. I know it doesn't mean that I don't care about you. It's just I'm ready to move on to something else. I want to be around people that want me around, that understand me, and we can have conversations like this. You see? So I need to make it known that this wasn't my intention to be a famous person on the internet. I wanted to end the deception because I oppose it greatly and I think that it's extremely harmful. It harmed me quite a bit, even though look where I'm at, but it harmed me quite a bit. And I don't know. It's not about not having faith in others. I've literally seen people get stuck on this for 30 years and then they die old without ever knowing. And it's just not fair. So I believe that people deserve the truth. And then they, at least somebody is telling them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to make up stories. I think this is cool enough. I knew that there was a group of beings like this ever since I was a little girl. And yeah, I know it's funny. People made fun of me, superheroes, think it's like Batman and Wonder Woman or whatever, but that's not true. Even though we can have the powers of earth, air, fire, and water, and the aether and all of that, I guess it would be more like Avatar, The Last Airbender. And people think this is funny, but it's true. This is how we can use these gifts. Now, it may not be able to be done in the physical. I don't know, because I haven't done it yet. I haven't been able to figure it out. The aether now may be hijacked. That might be the reason, because ever since I was a little girl, I knew that it was missing, and I couldn't access it anymore like I used to be able to. So even though I didn't know that it was called that when I was a little girl, I still knew by feeling, okay? Anyway, having done all this, so earth, earth, water, fire, air, east, north, south, west. Oh yeah, this part. Higher dimensionals, lower dimensionals, humans, subhuman creatures. Okay? And like how they say they're in inner earth, okay? Yeah. So that's this. This is the 4 directions. This is what this represents. And it doesn't matter if you look like a reptile person or you look like beautiful Maria here. Yeah? Doesn't matter. Because it's all the same. All the children of the Creator are the same in the Creator's eyes. You see what I'm saying? We are all loved. Regardless if you're a demon or you're an angel. You see what I'm saying? and everything in between. So everyone, regardless of what they look like, can access this. It depends upon the person, right? Like magic, it depends upon the user. If you're a good person, your magic's going to be good. If you're not, it's not going to be good. You see what I'm saying? It reflects upon the individual. So the aether will change depending upon the person's will and what they want. You see what I'm saying? I know. But it's just how things goes with dark and light and the cycles and all that. Opposing forces. That's all it is. Okay? Dark and light also has to do a lot with this. This is why there's the black sun. But you got to understand there's a spiritual sun. We have a physical sun, but then we also have a spiritual sun. And the sun actually has 3 bodies. And that's why it usually represents in 3 suns. Again, this is why Evie tried to tell me about the 3 suns, but I didn't understand it. Okay, it was too far advanced for me. Even when I painted him back in the day with his 3 suns, and it made no sense because I thought everything was going to burn up, and I thought that was hilarious, like crispy, on a planet with 3 hot-ass suns. So that's why I eventually painted over that, because it doesn't make any sense. But thank God I took a picture of it before I did that, and I put it in my book, because that's where the 3 suns come from. So just like there's like a white sun, there'd be a black sun. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and again, I would always encourage you, like I have been, to go watch the Klaustrom's Oil playlist. That's what Maria would want you to do. You're never going to meet these people if you don't learn exactly who they are, and what they're about. You have to meet them. Go to meet them. They're not coming to you. You have to go to them. Graduating out of soul school this way. Okay? Again, I'm not speaking to you in ego. I'm trying to help. There's been so many lies that it's ridiculous and it's unfair and cruel. Okay? I don't get off on telling people lies. And anyway, you guys know how I feel about that. I think it's degenerate and disgusting. So again, there are beings out there. We oppose deception. That crop circle message thing, it was incredible. Okay? And I truly, truly believe and feel that this is the type of stuff they meant. The deception. All right? So again, that's not a swastika. And I hope that my explanation of it and my interpretation with the symbols, as best as I could do, will help you understand what this is. All right? Now, when I get further with it, I'll be able to tell you about it. But this is as far as I've gotten, all alone. Imagine what I could have done with help. You see what I'm saying? Like physical other people with me, working together as a unit. So, anyway, I'm grateful that this has come in to my consciousness and understanding. Okay? But I really hope and pray that it helps others, all right? So again, that's where the 33 thing comes from. This is where the 3 days of darkness comes from, because your star seed, that's where star seed comes from. Your seed starts at the base of the spine and moves up, almost like a flower growing out of the dirt and into the light of the crown chakra in the head, yes? To reach the sky. So heaven would be at the top of the head, and earth is at the bottom of the spine. The union of heaven and earth. Do you understand now? I really, really hope so. If not, please ask questions below, and I will answer them as best as my ability allows me to. Please watch the Claustrum Oil playlist that I put together for you. This will help a lot. And, yeah, this is what breakaway civilizations, this is what Billy Carson means by solar beings. Okay? This is what he's talking about. And, again, I really hope for the best for everyone. You know what I mean? Even these people that I am disappointed in. It's not that I don't like them and I dislike them. It's like I just feel let down and disappointed. Because I remember I listened to all these people at one time too. So, but they never told me about this. They did ask me if I wanted to be part of a breakaway civilization though. And I did say yes. And I don't remember, I signed up for something. They got my phone number, my address, everything, but I don't remember. And it was through Billy Carson. I remember that, with his breakaway civilization stuff. So anyway, I'm eating a yogurt. I'm hungry. I'm going to go now. But I really hope that you enjoyed this breakdown of what this is and what this all means. This is basically what quote unquote aliens, extraterrestrials, wherever, right? You got to remember, through different ages, different beings had time to do this. And just because they're not in our dimension anymore, at one time they did live on this plane of consciousness. They just don't anymore. They're in a higher or lower dimension now. So what you do in this life determines what happens in your afterlife. And of course, it has an effect on everybody because they want to have as many good soldiers as possible. But they've really just created a bunch of docile idiots, either waiting for a fucking asteroid to land, like Atlas 31, which is total bullshit. And when that's over with, like, that's probably a test to see where humanity is psychologically, emotionally, and consciously, in a way to accept that. You see what I'm saying? Like, are they ready yet, basically? So it may be a psyop, like a psychological test, okay? That's exactly what it seems like. We only have 2 days left, I think, with that garbage anyway. So after nothing happens and that distraction just passes by, know that it was most likely a test to see if you were ready for these beings to actually show up. See what I'm saying? But I feel like telling everybody this will bring us one step closer rather than making up bullshit. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Well, that's it for this video. I very much hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you benefit from it. Please watch the Claustrum Oil playlist that I made for you in my playlist section. It will be always in the description and the pinned comment, which you should always be checking those things. I always have more for you there. Okay? Alrighty. So next we're going to talk about spiritual rank. Be right back. See you soon. Take care. Thank you for watching. Bye. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Maria. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Love ya. Bye. Happy birthday, Maria.